dad made such great music, and it was also at a different time when rock and roll was absolutely brand new. And he was the first guy to utilize the power of television to market music. I mean, now it's commonplace and stuff, and obviously with the internet, it's absolutely instant. But back then, when rock and roll was still considered race music, Ricky Nelson, who everybody had grown up with on their televisions, man, him doing rock and roll, that was really salacious. And as a matter of fact, Oz and Harriet had to really stick up for him, and it was really cool. So he was really responsible for smuggling rock and roll into mainstream American living rooms at a critical time in its history. But he also had two different phases of his career. He had the early rockabilly stuff, and it was amazing. And then he reinvented himself with his Stone Canyon Band, and he's getting credit as the first true country rock band with his display in the Country Hall of Fame. So he's in both right now, which is pretty impressive. Man, we gotta kick things up, man. I mean, holy cow. I mean, it's impressive. You say, I've sold an aggregate of about 10 million records in our career, and then someone said, two girls in the front row going, "What are records?" Yeah, right. And our dad actually sold 500 million singles with a B. Holy cow, man! Actually, there was a time there for about 5 or 6 years when it was Elvis or Ricky. That was it. They were fighting it out on the charts and stuff. So if you don't mind, we are going to actually basically answer that one promoter in Jakarta, Indonesia. We went there to do our show. To our crowd, it was great. 10,000 people to do a show for back in 1991. And the first thing he says to Matthew, he says, "Can you please play Garden Party?" Yeah, man. So if you don't mind, we're going to play you guys a little bit of a clip to get you in the mood, and we're going to come back with some big old hit songs. Just to visit with our pop for a second. Go ahead, check this out.
He was the original teenage idol.
I mean, in my book, he was right there with Elvis.
In the golden age of rock and roll, Elvis was the king, but Little Ricky was Prince Charming.
He has a great voice, really sweet voice.
I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops.
Rick Nelson had a TV show, good looks, a great band, and a 7-year reign at the top of the charts.
He was the person that Life magazine coined the phrase teen idol to describe.
Then the British invasion and network cancellation dealt Rick a double blow.
When the whole world put you down,
Critics counted him out, but Rick kept rocking.
just can't quit.
Rick always said that life is a series of comebacks.
I went to a garden party.
15 years after his first hit, he wrote a new chapter to his legend.
They just started booming, and I thought, oh, I gotta get out of here. They didn't accept him, so he wrote a song that kicked their butts.
He died too young. There's just no doubt about that.
He lived 3 lives in that one short life that he had.
Now Rick Nelson's family and friends share the pain and glory of his legendary story. Rick Nelson.